Alright guys, welcome to this episode of Vertcoin Talk. Want to go ahead and mute the stream here, sorry about that. I gotta update the chat here so you guys can see the chat. There we go, actually that's functioning, so we're all good. Okay. So, welcome back to this episode of Vertcoin Talk. This is episode 14. Today we're going to be going over the Vertcoin Developer Update for December 2018, year in review and all the good stuff, and also the upcoming fork. Remember, this is all about the fork. Everything over the next month, it's all about the fork. So we're going to be doing a few different Vertcoin talks over the next few weeks, but we want to make sure that we cover everything that you need to know about the upcoming fork. So let me know in the chat if you guys can't hear me, but everything looks good. So let's see. So hopefully you guys have read the developer update that we put out earlier this week. I know it has taken me a few days in order to get squared away so we can do a talk here, but this is the major update that we've put out with regards to the fork. I know we've been talking about it a lot over the last few months as far as what we were going to do in order to get these ASICs off of our network. Well, it's here. So the final release of the Vertcoin Core wallet has been put out. So that's 0.14.0. You want to make sure to update all of your nodes. So if you're running more than one node, you want to update all of them to that version. Now there's a little explorer right here that actually will let us know how many people are on what node. So this is what we're using, assuming I can get rid of these ads. This is what we're using in order to verify that we indeed have 50% of the network that is currently updated, and we will be forking at the end of the month. So remember, the date and time is fluid. It's based upon the block number. So the block is every 2.5 minutes, give or take. And with that, we should average out to the end of this month, beginning of next month, and we'll actually take a look at a website that the CoinSark guys, Adam, he was able to put together for us, so that it basically breaks it down to the estimate of the date and the time. But right here, this website right here will tell you how many people currently are running which different versions of the software. So you can see currently that we have 24.1% of the total network is running the new node already. So it's only been out for a few days, so that's good. People are active and updating. We still have 29.5% still running the 13.3, which was the previous generation. So we want to make sure that you guys update as well. We still have 24.1% running 11.1. Now, I don't want to sound, fear-mongering or anything like that, but guys, if you do not update your wallet and you go to transfer your coins after the fork, you will be on the wrong chain. So keep that in mind. You have to update your nodes. Everybody that you know that has a wallet, that has a node, they must update to 0.14.0. Those are out now. You can go and get them. There are links all in the developer update, but that has to be done. So all of these other people that are down here that have not updated to 0.14, they need to do that as soon as possible. So make sure and spread that word. The big thing that we're going to be talking about today is the fork. So we are going to be forking to our new algorithm. So you said, basically the premise is are you ready to fork? Because this is the main thing that we're going to be doing here over the next few weeks. Basically when it comes to hard forks, we actually link to a few different articles that kind of explain what you need to know about a hard fork, what it is, what the whole spiel is behind the technical side of it and what it means, but I won't dive into that here. When is the fork? So this is the website that I was talking about just a minute ago, where you can actually come here. You can see the planned block, you can see the current block height, and then how many blocks it is to go, and then the estimated time to fork. So right now we're currently estimated at February 1st, late into the night Eastern Standard Time. I don't know, I'll have to check with Adam to see if this does convert to your local time zone or not, but this is my time zone, so I don't know if that's why that's showing there. Also some links to some other items down here that are useful. So when vtcfork.xyz, you can keep this in your bookmarks so you can see when we are going to be forking. This will give you all the relevant information that you need there. So what do you need to do? Like I've said so far, you need to upgrade your full node. You're going to need to upgrade all of your mining software as well. So some of the main miners, such as the AMD miner and the CC miner for NVIDIA, they've already been updated, and you can get that code on GitHub. Now, One-Click Miner has not updated yet. That is forthcoming, so that will be done. I'm hoping it'll be done prior to the fork. It should be, but that currently is still being worked on, so you can do your P2 pool and you can do your mining all through One-Click Miner and not have to worry about that. So as far as businesses and exchanges and payment integrators, we've been reaching out to a lot of these guys, everybody that we can think of. So far, this is the list of people that have confirmed that they are supporting the fork. So Bittrex, the major exchange that we are on, has confirmed they are supporting the fork. Poloniex, so far they have confirmed. We have reached out to Upbit, but they have not contacted us back yet. Crypto Bridge has confirmed to the update. CoinEgg has confirmed to the update. Coin Room, they have not acknowledged yet, so just be aware of that. BitSane has confirmed update. Lightbit.eu has confirmed update. Shapeshift has confirmed update. Let's see. So the Flip.me has confirmed an update. Change.io has been acknowledged by one of their team members, so I suppose they're going to be working with that. We'll follow up with them there. Coin Payments confirmed the update. We have reached out to InstaCrypto, which is an Indian exchange. We're waiting to hear back from them via Twitter. Coinami has confirmed the update. Edge Wallet has confirmed the update. Exodus, so the Exodus wallet, remember back in it's probably about 6 months ago, they suspended ongoing support for Vertcoin. However, I did find out that they are still supporting anyone who has Vertcoin in their wallet. Right now, they're still supporting that, so they are going to make the updates so that they will be on the appropriate chain. But I do recommend that you do take those coins off of the Exodus wallet and put it into the Vertcoin Core or the Electrium wallet, one of the wallets that the developers themselves, we are maintaining, so we know that it's completely up to date and you're not going to run into any issues. SouthX Exchange has confirmed, and also, so this is the big thing that a lot of people have been asking, the hardware wallets. So Treasure, Ledger, are they going to, are they going with the fork? And the answer is yes. Both of those hardware wallet manufacturers have confirmed that they are supporting the fork. So if you have your coins on one of those hardware wallets, there is nothing you need to do. Everything is perfectly fine. All you need to do is wait for them to confirm that their software has been updated to match the fork, and then you can exchange those coins off of your hard wallet and then take them over to an exchange. But you do want to wait for Treasure and Ledger to confirm that. Since that is not operated by us, there's nothing that we can do in order to make sure that that software update has taken place. But they have confirmed that they will be supporting the fork. So those are most of the major operations and vendors and third-party providers that we are using inside of our network in order to facilitate the exchanging of coins, storage of coins, and stuff of that nature. And so far, overwhelmingly, everybody has supported the fork. I don't think anybody, to my knowledge, has rejected the fork. So that is good. So you're not going to see any sort of Vertcoin Cash or anything like that. If you see anybody who is promoting a Vertcoin Cash or anything like that, tread with caution, because obviously that's not supported by us and the development team, and it could easily be a scam. So I mean, we advise you to just stay clear of anything of that nature. Now, keep in mind, we are forking to a new algorithm. There are other coins out there that use our algorithm. So the Layer 2 Rev 2 algorithm is used by a few other projects, and we don't know yet. I don't know if we have confirmed anything yet with if they are going to follow suit and adopt our new algorithm. But look out in those communities to see if that's going to be the case. If they don't, then I would imagine that they're still okay with ASICs being on their network. However, we are not, and we will put in the work to make sure that they are not on our network. The I run a full node, this right here is, back to upgrading your node. Also, you have to, in the Discord, I know a lot of you guys that are on here watching the Vertcoin Talk, you guys are active in Discord. So we do have a group inside of Discord, a role called I run a full node. and it's a way to show that you're promoting the network, that you're helping out with the network by running your own full node. To get that role, you have to go into the verification channel and submit a screenshot of the, I think it's the debug window of your wallet, so that we can confirm that, one, you're on the right version, but two, you have inbound traffic. So that means that you've opened up the ports in your router, allowing the peer-to-peer connection for inbound and outbound traffic. And once you do that, then you will be able to get your role back again, where you get your nice spiffy light blue color inside of Discord. Now remember, if you had it before, you have lost it now, so you have to redo this. This is another way that we're kind of encouraging people to make sure they upgrade their core wallet, and that's how you would go about doing it. If you have any questions, just hit up one of the mods inside of the Discord, and we'll be able to help you out there. So, major question that we've been hearing, and I understand why, because at the end of the day, these are your coins. What's going to happen to my coins? So, absolutely nothing. So even if you do not update your wallet, so say if you're running on an older version of the wallet and the coins are sitting in the wallet, technically they're fine. They're fine. The problem comes when you go to transfer those coins out of the wallet to another address. So because they do not have the hard fork in that software, they will end up on the wrong chain. Now, undoubtedly, there's going to be some miners who just continue to run, or maybe some ASICs who try to continue on the Layer 2 Vertcoin chain, but that's not what we are supporting. The community, the devs, everybody, we have committed as a community to move over to Layer 2 Rev 3. So make sure you update your hardware or your wallet prior to transferring those coins out. Now you can go and update your wallet right now, and everybody's still on the same chain that we've been on. It's when that block, the block right here, so block 108.00000. Yep, I think that's 1,080,000. Is that right? I think I can count. So when that block hits, that's when the fork actually happens. The new algorithm takes over. So that is when you have to have the new wallet in order to transfer your coins and to be on the correct chain. So somebody else, or a few other people have asked, am I getting free Vertcoin Cash? With all of these forks that have happened over the last few years, most people, all they care about is getting free coins, and guess what? You're not getting any free coins because this is not a contentious fork. It's not where we're creating a separate project. It's an upgrade. It's a system upgrade into a new algorithm so that we can get those ASICs off of the network. Now, everything that we're going through right now, we're going to be going through again in a year or so, or maybe less or a little more, with VertHash. So we're going to be forking again once the VertHash algorithm is finalized. Then we're going to be going through this process again. Now the good news is that this algorithm, we've implemented a few things to make forking a lot easier and more secure. So this is also another improvement that this algorithm has over the previous one. So you're not going to get any coins. You're not going to get anything for free. No airdrops. None of that, because once again, you're here with Vertcoin. We don't do that stuff. This is, there's no ICO, no airdrops, none of that stuff. Sorry if you're disappointed in that, but at the end of the day, it's not what we're about. So why the algorithm change? I kind of gone over this in previous talks. We're getting ASICs off the network, and this is also to make it so that we can not eliminate, but greatly and drastically reduce the rent-a-hash attacks that you can see with 51% attacks. Obviously, most of the ASICs are pointed to NiceHash because it allows them to get the most profit out of all of that hashing power. So with them not being able to mine our algorithm, then that alleviates a lot of that risk. So, what is Layer 2 Rev 3? We kind of went over these goals before in the past. The goal of this algorithm change is to render ASICs useless, to reduce the inherent advantages of ASICs and FPGAs over GPUs. Now, I know some of you guys are FPGA fans, so remember, until FPGAs become very mainstream, very cost friendly, as far as if it costs 1,000 times more than a GPU and it offers 1,000 times more performance, then okay, we can see some correlation there. But as long as it costs the same as a GPU and it gives you 1,000 times performance, obviously that's not a fair hardware to hardware match there, so we're not going to support that. And then also we're going to enable hard forking in a fast and safe and secure way. So remember, also, our stuff is all open source, so if you want to know what we did, I think it was two or three Vertcoin talks ago, I had Alex on, and he actually broke down the technical aspects of the new algorithm, what we did, how we changed, and all this stuff. So I would point you back to that previous Vertcoin talk in order to see kind of the technical aspect of the new algorithm. So in the dev update, we gave out links to all of the new miners. Like I said, with one-click miner, that is still coming, so watch for all of our social sites, Discord, and everything. When that does come out, we will be blasting that everywhere so that you guys are aware of that. The Electrium wallet and the Vertcoin Core wallet, those both have been updated so that it will handle the fork the way it's supposed to. Now, of course, with your mobile wallets and stuff, you want to make sure that you have the latest version of that. I know I did talk about a few mobile wallets and stuff that have confirmed they are going to be supporting the fork, so keep that in mind there. Of course, if you're not using the Electrium wallet or the Vertcoin Core wallet, you do need to reach out to those third-party individuals to make sure that they have updated their software. We are doing that as a project, but of course, the more their users hear from them that, you guys are supporting the fork, you really want to make sure that their software is updated. It just puts more pressure on them to make sure they get it done faster rather than later. But most of them, if not all of them, I think so far have confirmed that they are supporting the fork. So that's about it for the development update. Now we're going to move right into the Vertcoin year in review. Kind of just wanted to highlight what all we accomplished in 2018. It was a long year. I mean, for crypto in general, it was a pretty bad year, I guess, from a price action standpoint. But at the end of the day, we're all about the advancements of the technology and the advancements of adoption. So for us, it was a good year. We had a lot of advancements this year. So, the Vertcoin one-click miner was in beta. It still kind of is in beta, but it was really released kind of towards the tail end of 2017, but it really came into its own in 2018, which is making mining for an average person who just has their gaming computer with one graphics card, it's making it a lot easier for them to get in, mine, start their own P2 pool node, and be able to mine and contribute to the security of the network. So all throughout the year, we had Vertcoin Core and Electrium Wallet updates, and we had the Litbox concept was announced last year at the MIT Bitcoin Expo. That's actually coming up here, I think, in about a month or so. James is going to be there, and they're going to be doing a whole bunch of cool stuff, so stay tuned to that. When that was announced, a lot of people were, they assumed that there was going to be a product available the next day. It was a concept, it was a solution to the Lightning problem of you need to be online 24 hours a day. And luckily, the software for that is on our GitHub now. That's finalized and ready to go. We're still waiting for some Lightning updates and stuff of that nature to move down that path. But the concept was announced, and we've acted on that throughout the entire year. The Lycel miner for the AMD, that got released this year. So now that AMD miners are not at a disadvantage as compared to NVIDIA miners, and if anything, they may have a little bit of an advantage now, depending on what card you're running, but we try to make it as fair as possible depending on what manufacturer that you're using. So treasure support, so that came out this year, so now we are covered on both of the major hardware manufacturers, hardware wallet manufacturers. The Vertcoin Foundation, so we're actually, I think we have a meeting sometime either this week or the beginning of next to finalize all of that paperwork so that we can get that squared away. So I know it's taken a long time. There's been some hurdles to jump over and stuff, but we are well on our way to getting that squared away. And in fact, as some of you guys know, in our Discord, we now have the Vertcoin Foundation role, so you can actually see all of the members on the Vertcoin Foundation. So when you see your bright green color, that is a Vertcoin Foundation member. The dark green is a developer. Your red is a mod, and your, I believe, say light green is also a marketing person. But yeah, so we've updated the roles inside of the Discord in order to reflect kind of how the project as a whole is being operated and run. But remember, at the end of the day, we still are a community project, so we need everybody to help contribute. I know we have had a lot of help from Mike in the Discord, who he has been helping and reaching out to a lot of these vendors that we deal with on a day-to-day with supporting our network. He's been reaching out to them, asking if they're going to support the fork and stuff. So just because you're not on an official team member, or you don't see your name at the very top of the right-hand side of the Discord, doesn't mean you can't help, and it doesn't mean we don't want you to help. We really want all of your help. So part of that reorganization inside of Discord is now there's a marketing and a development channel that is for public use that you guys can all see. And anything dealing with marketing, anything dealing with development, please come in there and share. If you just want to learn, if you want to learn how the development process is happening, or if you have a particular question, we're always in there to answer those questions and to give insight. So another thing that we started towards the middle to end of the year is we started the R&D phase of VertHash. Do be aware that VertHash is still very much in the R&D phase, because there's some serious problems that we are trying to solve that nobody else has figured out how to solve. So we're really working hard to figure out how to eliminate NiceHash in general from being able to mine our algorithm. You know, with this new algorithm, they're not going to be able to mine it right off the bat because they have to update all of their systems in order to do it, and they may not do it given the frequency in which we're willing to fork to stop that type of a thing. And we haven't had contact with them, but I'm pretty sure they're aware that we're not exactly happy with the way that their services are used to attack coins and such. But the R&D phase for VertHash is still in development, and we're hoping to have a solid product this year as far as an algorithm goes. Hopefully by the no later than the end of this year. But of course, do not hold me to account for that date, because many things can pop up that can cause that to be accelerated or to be pushed back a little bit. So, release candidate for Layer 2 Rev 3. This happened last month. Still, kind of part of 2018. And then we also had our non-securities legal opinion. So, I don't know if you guys got to see this. I know I kind of touched on it during one of our previous Vertcoin talks, but we have an actual law firm that has reviewed our project, the members on the project, how we operate, our philosophies and everything of that nature, and they have concluded that we are not a security under the legal opinion of what a security is right now, which was pretty easy on their part. I mean, we go out of our way to make sure we're not that. So those are kind of the technical highlights of 2018. For marketing, we did the St. Patrick's Day promotion where we gave away some Vertcoin for people to go out to St. Patrick's Day events and take photos of themselves with the Vertcoin logo. We might do that again this year. We might not. If that's something that you guys want to participate in, let me know. Let the guys in the marketing channel know. We may do that again this year. It's the point of it was that it's green, so it's one of the only holidays where you got green as kind of the major theme, but also it promotes talking to people and getting out there and sharing Vertcoin with other people. We may do that this year. We may not. We'll see. So we had the new website launched that CryptoPlankton designed, and we've continuously updated that throughout the year. The first half of the year, we had a sponsorship for the Call to Freedom radio show. I don't know if you guys remember, but that was the Vertcoin Studios. We did that the first half of the year. Then we had the big call to ASIC action against paper that we put out back in March, where we had gone over Bitmain and we kind of went in depth about all of the different aspects of why we're anti-ASIC. And then you see today, or actually it was this week, it was last month, where Bitmain laid off a bunch of people, and now this week the CEO is resigning to limit personal liability and all this other stuff. And that was kind of the inspiration for the thumbnail of this video, is that Bitmain has basically turned into a dumpster fire. I mean, in my opinion, it's been a dumpster fire from the start, but that's all crumbling down. And to think about it, we were really looking at all this stuff and kind of talking about it way back in March of last year, of the liabilities and the problems having a entity like that has so much control over the hash power of especially these larger coins like Bitcoin. You think that if they're worried about liability and they're resigning their posts, imagine that's the majority of the hash power for Bitcoin. God forbid if the Chinese government were to come in there and take it over, Now you have the majority of the hash power for Bitcoin being controlled by a government. That's not good, or another private entity that doesn't want to act, in good faith, and they have malicious intent. They could easily do a 51% attack on Bitcoin. So I would pay attention to that just moving forward. But we were kind of ahead of the curve of that by about 8 months. But that also kicked off the Fair Mining campaign, which is the promotion of GPU mining so that everybody can have access. This podcast or talk got started last year, so that was an initiative that we saw through in order to bring more of an interactive video format to you guys, to kind of go over our dev updates, do interview with the developers, and deep dives into certain topics and stuff of that nature. So I'm hoping you guys have liked this so far. I know it's been a pretty good hit as far as views and the number of people who have been watching it and commenting on it, but hopefully it brings value to you guys and you guys continue to watch it. If you ever want to see anything, any particular topics covered, just let me know, or let anybody inside of the Discord know, and then we will try and do that on a future Vertcoin Talk. Let's see. Merchant adoption initiative. So we have taken this on in major strides. I know that man on the right who is on the marketing team, he's really headed this up. He kind of does your Merchant Mondays. He also does a lot of merchant communications as far as what they need, what they're looking for, the things that they're worried about when it comes to accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment. So that initiative was launched last year, and we're going to continue to bolster that heading into 2019. We also did the AMD miner contest, video contest, giving instructions on how to set that up. That was part of the Like How Miner being released. So off the chain series, I kind of hit that every once in a while here, where I'll break down a Vertcoin talk into some smaller snippets, so it's a little bit easier to digest instead of this long form video. But that was started last year. VertDocs and Vertcoin Academy got launched last year for the revamp, and those are still steadily being worked on. So we're hoping to get some finalized versions of that. I know it was a few months ago that we had highlighted kind of where that was at, but that's steadily being worked on. Also now, if you guys have Blockfolio on your phones, you've seen some of the signals that have been pushed out from us. So we got in on that prior to them actually having a user interface that would allow us to do that. So we're on Blockfolio and CoinGecko for signals, just to try and further our reach into the community, to let you guys know what's going on, what's happening. So the two community projects that we kind of promoted, that we wanted everybody to know about, was Vertbase and CoinZark, which is formerly VertPig. And one of the cool things is I just found out right before we went live on this, is that CoinZark, so that's Adam over in the Discord, you can now buy Vertcoin again direct using the euro. So once again, now we have a euro pairing and a USD pairing through Vertbase. I know Vertbase doesn't hit all 50 states in the United States, but it's the overwhelming majority of states, and that's continuing to grow as we speak. Now we have those two pairings back again. So that is a plus. And I know, that's welcome news for everybody that's over there in Europe who wants to buy Vertcoin with the euro. So we did a ton of interviews this year. Myself, James, Gert, Ben, all of us. We did tons of different interviews, talked about a wide range of topics, just trying to share information, let you guys get an insight of where our minds are when it comes to this space, and kind of what we're looking to do in the future when it comes to Vertcoin. And then Merchant Mondays, I kind of touched on that with the Merchant Adoption Initiative, but that got launched this year as well. So heading into marketing, so last month, we kind of been doing Vertcoin Talk one a month. Last month we did 3. We're starting to ramp it up a little bit. And of course, this is as my schedule or other guest schedules can allow. Unfortunately, I do not do this full time, but like today, I had a few hours where I was working from home today, so I was able to get a little bit of time in here to do a Vertcoin Talk. I like to spread it out to different times of the day, because I don't want to do the same time every time we do a talk, because that eliminates a good chunk of the world to being able to watch this live, because they may be asleep or something like that. So here we did 3 different episodes. So we did episode 12, which went over the October and November development updates. Then when we got hit with that 51% attack at the beginning of December, I hopped right onto YouTube and started talking about it, what we knew at the time. And then we actually branched off and even did a technical deep dive with James and Hurt when they were up in Boston, we did a technical deep dive with them on 51% attacks. What we knew, how we were looking to combat it, the advice that we were giving to exchanges. One of the major things that we took out of that is that, exchanges, they need to really put some sort of a adaptive confirmation time. So if you're sending over 5 Vertcoin, obviously you don't need to wait 12 hours in order for that to confirm. But if you're sending over 100,000 Vertcoin, then you may need to wait a little bit longer because you may be susceptible to a double spend, as exchanges are the primary target of those. So we did those 3. Make sure and go back and check those out. And of course, if you don't have time to watch the YouTube video, or you don't want to eat up data on your cell phone and you'd rather listen to an audio version, we are on SoundCloud, Google Podcast, and iTunes, so you can search for those there. So merchant adoption, that man on the right gave a little update on that and kind of what we're looking to do for 2019 and what we did in 2018. We still have our merchant survey, and then you can go to our merchant page right here, which lists out all the different merchants that accept Vertcoin as payment. So you can come over here and check that out. And we're continuously trying to add to those every single month. So then we had the key performance indicators. We went up on Facebook, so apparently we're doing something right on Facebook. But overall, as the whole space is, everything's it was trending down just a little bit. But seen worse trends. And then our development fund. So as you guys know, every month we tell you what we brought in. You can see that publicly on our website, and you can look at the addresses on the blockchain and see where those funds are and when they get moved. We had a good amount of money come into the general dev fund and the marketing fund, but we did have an expenditure, so we were net negative for the month. We did have an expenditure with UK lawyers, which is an ongoing process that once that wraps up, we will be able to tell you guys about. It has nothing to do, no problems or anything of that nature. It's just something that you kind of have to take care of whenever you're dealing with anything that's labeled or branded or anything like that. So we have our links down here at the bottom, but yeah, that's the development update that came out earlier this week. Let's see if we have anything in here. Once again, check out this website here. I'll actually post it if you guys don't have it, but I'll post it here in the chat. But use this and you can see kind of how we're doing as far as getting those new nodes updated. Let me go back and look through any questions that you guys may have had. If you have any questions, just hit me up here. Let's see. Yeah, no, sorry, Gert, I don't have a Vertcoin hat. I do need to get a Vertcoin hat. I think, I really would like to get the merchant store. Once we get the foundation squared away and we can start selling some merch, I really would like to get hats, t-shirts, all the other good stuff. Maybe a Canen version of the polo here. Let's see. I'm looking for any other questions we got here. So, do I have a link to a good mining pool? I was using Mining Pool Hub. So, I would recommend P2 Pool, which Gert had said, or Herd had said there for a second. P2 Pool is a decentralized pool. Ideally, we want everybody using a decentralized pool because we don't want one pool to control the majority of the hash power inside of Vertcoin, inside of our network, because we want to promote decentralization. We don't want any sort of centralizing of anything. So P2 Pool is what we would recommend because there's no one that actually controls that. It's all peer-to-peer, and I would recommend using that. So you can find that on our GitHub, or once One Click Miner is updated, then that's already built into that, so you can start your own P2 Pool node. Let's see. Looking through some other questions we got here. When Binance, so since you said when Binance, I have to take a shot of whiskey because kill me now. So hopefully that doesn't get us demonetized from YouTube, drinking on YouTube. But yeah, that's what I would say to when Binance. We have Vertbase, we have a lot of other options in order to be able to get a hold of Vertcoin. I would highly recommend those instead of Binance, as that doesn't look to be in the cards anytime soon. Let's see if we have any. No, sorry, not drinking anymore. But that's an ongoing joke inside of Discord. But if you guys have any other questions, that's kind of what we were going to focus on today. The developer update and the updating of the wallets. Make sure you update those right away. And I had to chase that with some Diet Pepsi. You know, make sure you update your nodes, update your wallets. Check back with us anytime. If you have any questions, we're always in the Discord. Somebody's always there to be able to help you. If you guys don't have any other questions, we can go ahead and call it an early day. I want to thank you guys for joining us today here on this Vertcoin Talk. Check back. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get updates whenever we're going to do one of these. I normally try and give out at least a day notice before we're going to do one. Today was a little bit late because I didn't know that I was going to be able to do this until this morning. Let's see. We got a question here. How butthurt are those ASIC owners going to be next month? Well, see, that's one of the things is the algorithm is used on multiple coins. You know, one of the other projects, Monocoin, uses our algorithm, the Rev 2 version. And, you know, those ASICs are still going to be able to mine that, assuming that those projects don't update to our new algorithm, at which point those ASICs are not going to be useful. You can't use them. They become paperweights. Now, if they're butthurt, I would say, well, if you bought an ASIC to mine Vertcoin, and you obviously don't know anything about Vertcoin, because you would not have done that if you knew anything about Vertcoin. We don't play when it comes to that. You know, there's a lot of coins out there and coins and projects that say they're ASIC resistant, and then when ASICs come about, they go silent. They do nothing. And you know, that's because this stuff takes work. It takes effort in order to be able to get in here and actually produce a new algorithm, to establish the fork, to coordinate all of these other third parties and your community. You know, it's real easy when your community is behind you and they kind of have this expectation going into the fact. But, you know, it's hard. Normally, most projects, it will take them 6 months. You got to think, we just released this new wallet a week ago. You know, we released the candidates, you know, at the end of last month, and we're forking at the end of this month. We're knocking this out super quick because we have confidence in our community, in the partners that we have with the exchanges and other vendors and stuff of that nature, that everybody knows what we're about, and they, you know, everybody has gone with the fork without any real resistance or hesitation at all. So you know, if the ASIC owners are butthurt, you know, you did it to yourself. You know, I'm sorry that you spent all of that money on a piece of machinery that you were trying to take advantage of that opportunity, but at the end of the day, you're getting, you know, you're not going to be able to mine us. You might be able to mine some other coins, but not us. Let's see. Do you think VTC will actually become profitable to mine under the new algorithm? I hope so. That's the goal. The goal is that we want mining to be profitable, because at the end of the day, we need miners in order to support and secure the network. So if it's not profitable, people aren't going to mine us. At which point, then we become even more susceptible to malicious attacks of 51% attacks and stuff of that nature. And that's what we were looking to avoid. We want to make sure that if you're able to mine with your gaming rig or something like that at home, we want you to be able to do that in your off time whenever you're not playing games or whenever you're not using your computer. We want it to be beneficial to you. We want you to be rewarded for being able to contribute to the security and consensus of the network. So that's the goal. The goal is for it to be profitable once again to mine. Now, of course, that all depends on your electricity usage wherever you're at. So if it costs you, you know, 30 cents a kilowatt hour, it may not happen. But hopefully you have some competitive electricity rates there. Let's see. Are you talking about Grosso Coin, right? No, not. I'm not naming any particular projects or anything of that nature. You guys can do your own research and figure out who actually stands by being ASIC resistant and who actually just, they say it, and then when it comes time to do something, they don't actually do anything. Let's see. All right, well, so that's it as far as questions for today. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the Discord, any of the developers up in the Discord, and we will see you guys again in the next episode. Thanks.